back. How we doing, gentlemen? We're back in the pod, back in the station, wearing our nice little hats.
Hello, Marcos.
Representing
Hello,
for the World
William.
Series that's coming and representing PMC brand. Thank you for joining, gentlemen. Here we have Mrs. Doubtfire herself, Charlie Suarez. Show! Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mr. William Ledesma. And myself, I do not joke on myself anymore. Marcos Cabral. I have nothing to say about myself.
AKA Salt and
I am too
Pepper.
perfect. How we doing, gentlemen?
We're doing
Everything
good, man.
I'm doing good.
We're
But I
doing
hate wearing
good.
hats. I'm only wearing it to fit in because you guys left me out of this.
Yeah.
Just because I know nothing about sports doesn't mean you got to leave me out.
Okay.
I like wearing hats. It's just now I'm messing up the gel, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna have to wear this for the rest of the day.
There you go.
World Series starts tomorrow, which is why we are representing here.
Yes.
I'm rocking the New York Yankees. Charlie is representing for the home team over at corporate with the Dodgers.
Robert Holiday, my man. Here we come. Dodgers. It's going to be a series. It's going to be 4-2.
Rays.
Dodgers all the way across, baby.
Listen, Charlie,
Rays.
I don't appreciate you making fun of my styrofoam cup, by the way. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
calling me cheap
Cheapo.
because we don't have mugs.
I mean, we
for the
spent
show.
$7.2 billion in this podcast room, and the guy can buy $3.50 mug
Listen, I like
with the
my-
names of
I like my
PMC
styrofoam
or
cup.
whatever. But it's all right. It's understand. As you noticed, I brought some stuff to the table today.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
see
was going to
that.
ask you, what's the deal with that camera? What is that a camera?
This is something special.
That's
This
the
is
first
something
camera
special.
he had when he
So
was first born.
this camera is a special camera that
He's
was
missing
invented.
the cloth.
I went all over the world looking for it because it does something that a lot of people can't do, and sometimes you got to go out there to be able to do it. So this camera, as you guys know, by the way, Marcos turned 41 years old on Monday, and it was a big birthday bash for him. We had just every famous
loved it.
person, Pitbull, everybody was here for the celebration. It was like incredible. And I met a guy who's a scientist, and he said, look, I got the perfect gift for Marcos. So this is the camera that I want to get to Marcos for his birthday, where when he takes a picture, it removes the salt and the pepper from his hair. So he will look, again, like he was 20, because he has a problem with the salt and pepper. If you guys notice, he's only salt and pepper. So Marcos, as
buddy. I
the
appreciate it.
team, we want to give you this camera.
What it needs
so
to
that-
do is remove ugly, so I can point it at you.
It's okay. That
That's what
camera,
it needs to do.
that camera will
But-
come for next week. Okay, he's working on
Thank
that
you for
one.
the gift.
Okay,
Thank you
and
for the
then we
gift,
have a
buddy.
camera for Willie too. That's going to actually
That's awesome.
make him look like he has hair. So it's all around. It's gifts for everybody, just to let you know. But it's good. It's good.
You,
It's
you
all
always
good.
give the best presents.
I know.
You really
I know.
do.
So happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
buddy.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna cherish this forever.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna throw it at your head a little later, but thank you, buddy. I appreciate
No problem,
that,
man.
You're the
I hope
best.
you enjoy it. Thank you.
Listen,
And
so it's been a pretty crazy week. The last couple of days, some reports. I mean, let's discuss all that. Existing home sales, they dropped to the lowest level since 2010, apparently, but new sales are up. And we also saw something very interesting where cash sales rose 30%. We were talking about it a little while ago.
Yeah, well, we've been saying this for a while. There's a lot of cash. You have a lot of cash, and I know I'm thinking, like, where is it? But a lot of people have cash in their bank accounts, and we see it. I mean, we saw it on the listing that the property I was doing the open house. I only got cash offers,
Cash offers.
full price,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and ended up with it above asking. This was literally current. It just happened.
Yeah.
Above asking cash offer, right?
There's a lot of money in the system.
Yeah.
Where's
So-
it coming from?
So I want to add a quick
Let me
thing
know.
there. Are you talking about is new construction sales that went up?
Yeah.
New
Okay.
construction sales, which, if you think of it, right, they're the ones giving all the incentives. Typically, you purchase with a builder.
Special
they give certain
pricing.
yeah, the special pricing. They give incentives. So I get it. It makes some sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But then you got existing home sales, that went down. So it's like people are going, you know what? Where's the deal? I want to buy, but where's the deal?
I mean, can I ask a question though? Like, clarify this because September is typically a bad month. Like, it always goes down.
It's a slower month. It's
What
not
is
bad.
it
Slower
year
month.
over year?
Slower, yeah. Back to school and all that.
What is it year over year? Like, it went down too, no?
Year over year was about 1% from
So
2023.
it's not bad.
Right? So not a crazy
So we
number,
shouldn't panic.
right? No, we're definitely never panicking. We just got to educate the consumers. But think of it this way, right? So we're in Miami. We're predominantly in Miami, South Florida, right? Think about the amount of condos that we have out here. and condo sales fell as well drastically.
Really big.
About 20%, right?
Yes, 20%.
And
It's called 40-year inspection.
the 40-year inspections, the deferred maintenance, all that is kind of like taking a toll on the condo market as well. And we're seeing it. We're seeing Fannie Mae approved condos turning where it's no longer approved because of deferred maintenance or whatever
Well,
it may
it has
be.
to do with especially like all the new regulations they're putting because they didn't require reserves before, and now they do. So now, even if they don't have these big issues, they're having to accommodate to increase the associations and all of that to be ready and what's the word I'm looking for? Like compliant by 2027. So I have a bunch of people trying to put their condos for sale because they're like, oh, my association went from 600 to 1,200. There's no really big issues, but they have to accommodate for the big reserves and the little repairs and everything, so on and so forth.
So-
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
More properties for sale, harder to finance. Obviously,
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Marcos.
No.
What do you advise to those LOs in there? They're hard. They're strong in the market, in the condo market. What's your advice to them? Because I
So-
heard something yesterday in one of our meetings that came out of your mouth, like everything else that comes out of your mouth, and it actually was pretty smart. I was like shocked. You sure that came out of Marcos Cabral's mouth? But they said yes. They confirmed it twice. So
It usually comes out of my mouth, and then you grab it, you digest it, and then it comes out of your mouth.
right,
We
and
play
I say it the
telephone
other
game.
way around. So
There
I
you go.
screwed up one way or
That's
another.
what it
Doesn't
is.
matter.
So, I mean, what we do a lot of, right, is we approve condos in-house, right, where we can already get this condo vetted. We publish that list. We give it to our LOs and have our LOs go out there to their agents and say, you know what? These condos are approved. If you have buyers in these areas, show them these condos, right? So that you don't waste your time
100%.
landing in a condo that may have some issues, reserve issues or whatnot. These condos we can finance with minimum down because they're already approved through Fannie Mae. We do that internally. So we kind of take a reverse approach where it's like, all right, let's go out and sell the condos that are approved already. So by the time it gets here, it's a seamless transaction, right? I think that's what needs to be kind of focused on a little bit more. Do the due diligence up front. Can we get this condo approved? Let's get it approved. Let's sell these condos versus just kind of rolling the dice, seeing what happens.
I want to combine that with we have boots on the ground. So it's not like, hey, just me by myself. Let me go get this condo approved.
Yeah.
We have how many loan officers locally that could actually go through this process, add more to the list. We basically feed off each other because if you went to go put that condo on the list and I put this condo on the list, our list is probably going to be or is bigger than anybody else's.
Yeah.
That's already ready to go.
Facts. Yeah.
Which is great. It would be great if maybe we can do one big, large list with all the branches and then have more options for those borrowers who are looking for a condo.
Yeah.
That's something to definitely
I
think
mean,
about.
if you think about it, condos is like what? The only, it's like best price for the current consumer. If you look at the average home price, a lot of people are
ridiculous.
priced out of the market. Condos is the way to go for them, but then you have this other hurdle that you got to go through. So it's a tough situation all around.
And you're listening to some horror stories out there, people saying that the assessments are like in the thousands on a
assessments
monthly
are out of
basis.
hand.
Well, what I started seeing, I mean, I didn't have a bad, last month was pretty decent compared to previous years, right?
That's because you're Will.
No. I think it all comes down to education, right? So I've been working with different people and educating about just not just condos and just how to get ready and obviously information about rates, but on condos itself, I've been able to negotiate sellers paying off the assessments, which makes it a huge discount for the buyer, right?
Yeah.
Especially because I'm qualifying them. So I'm like, look, this client doesn't qualify. There's 30 grand assessments. Your profit is this much. Are you willing to pay us at closing? We make the deal done. We close it in less than 20 days.
Yeah,
Done. So education is a big part.
absolutely.
Can you imagine Willie as a principal of a school? That would be pretty funny.
That would be a fun, pretty fun school.
I
Actually,
know, I would
think
say
about that.
You know what we're having for lunch? Arepas.
Who's gonna take us
And
up on that?
chicharrones.
Principal
And
for a day.
chicharrones. This guy is more chicharrone than a Cuban. It's amazing.
No, but first of all, the ones that I get are Dominican.
They're freaking.
Oh,
and they're
Dominican
amazing.
chicharrone. Oh, okay.
And they're amazing.
The pigs are different. Okay.
Those-
gotcha.
I don't know.
They got wings on them. Okay, I got you. All right, buddy. No problem, man.
They're
I can
raised with
understand.
plátano.
Oh, that's what it is.
They're
Okay.
raised with plátanos.
All right, no problem.
But listen, World Series starts tomorrow. That should be a fun, epic series.
It's gonna be great.
I'm
man.
gonna be completely. Listen, I'm originally from New York. I am Dominican, so baseball is in my blood. But I can't watch baseball during the regular season for the life of me. I can't. So I'm bandwagoning the hell out of this right now. I'm being completely blunt and very truthful. But this should be an epic series. It's gonna be great.
Series of the
think it's gonna be a
Bombers,
lot of
man. Look
fun.
how many guys you got there that are home run stars. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a good series. It's going to be down.
it's
I
gonna
think
be
it come
fun.
down to the pitching.
It's
Where,
gonna be
where's the
fun.
party though? Because that's all I care about.
Wow, man.
You know
It's
nothing
going to be
about
here.
sports.
I think we're going to hold the party here at.
He's like,
in
I don't
the,
even know anything about
in the
sports. I
office.
just like the party.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's it.
if
Who's
we're gonna
bringing
be
the-
honest,
Who's bringing the chicharrones?
we have
That's the
we have like
question.
50 TVs here. Can we like make something happen?
Like we can
They can
figure
make it
something.
happen.
TV,
of course.
surround sound, studio. Like we could. It could definitely work out.
All right.
Well, we do
So,
have
so
like
since we're in
56 TVs.
sports, let's talk a little
It is
bit
a little.
about our local Miami Heat. If
Yeah,
you guys,
I was trying not to do that.
yeah, let's do it
I was a
anyway
little
because it
upset.
was embarrassing.
The season opener was last night.
They got blown away.
It
After
was kinda
celebrating
sad.
Pat Riley's 30 years with the
Yeah,
Heat.
that's the
so
thank you
I
they
was
give
going
Pat.
back to that story this morning, and I said to Marcos, do you actually believe that when Pat Riley came to the Miami Heat, you were only 11 years old?
I was 11 years old. I wasn't even in Florida.
Oh,
at that
30
point.
years go by
I
quickly.
didn't even
You were
live here.
still a
the
Knick
best,
fan?
I
the
was
best
still a
thing
Knick
about
fan.
him
I was a
was
Knick
that
fan at
he
that
bought a
point.
house when he got here, and since he's been 30 years, he just paid it off. That's the best thing about him being here 30 years. So that worked out good, but it was embarrassing. I turned it off in the end of the third quarter. It was too much of a defeat for them to ever come back. So
Listen, they did a
hopefully-
great presentation for Pat.
Yeah, they did.
You know, they named the court after him, which was huge. So shout out to Pat Riley, man. 30 years with
know.
the Heat. Dwayne Wade was there. Udonis Haslam.
I know.
A lot of the old greats. Mike Miller was there. Jamal Mashburn. It was a cool sight to see. It was a long presentation though. They were talking for quite a while.
It was a while.
Yeah, I
They
think.
thanked his wife for about 20 minutes.
So you know what happened? So I figured it out. I know why we got blown out. So Orlando, they were actually in the back waiting for us. They napped for the 30 minutes. They got a power nap, and then they came out strong. That's why they blew us out in the third. So I figured it out. So that's what happened. So it wasn't that
Or-
the Heat did bad. It's just that, you know.
Or maybe like Arreta delivered some Cuban sandwiches
and
with some coffee.
And some coladas.
Colada.
And some coladas.
Maybe
So
that.
that's
You
probably
never
what
know.
happened. But get
You
it
know-
together, Miami Heat. We don't want to go there and be depressed. We
Yeah.
want to have a good time at the game. But
Please.
they're gonna kill it. Listen, you know who's really surprising? Not surprising me because that's who he is, but who's really stepping it up, and I think we can lean on him a little bit more, is Terry Rozier. So shout out to Terry Rozier. I like the way he plays.
Yeah,
so I think we do
was
have a
aggressive
shot.
yesterday.
They just gotta tweak a couple things, but it should be a fun season, and we should be there. I think we're gonna be there in the next week or so. At one of
The actual
games.
date is next week on the 30th, and they're playing the New York Knicks.
I'm sorry, you have to be so formal. Okay, the actual
We'll be there.
date, Marcos.
The 30th, we'll be with the Knicks. We'll be wearing our prime shirt. Okay, there. Look for us. Come up and say hello because we're sitting where all the famous people are at. We pretend that we're famous too, so we come down there and just talk a little bit, stuff like that. By the way, Willie will be coming too.
Oh, this is my formal invite. I was like,
Yeah.
I just left the whole
Willie's like, I
conversation.
just heard about this.
Yeah.
What happened?
And then I don't know if you guys see this hat is a little big, it's because it belongs to the guy
I've been
who,
wondering the entire time.
who does this thing.
I thought you
And
normally wear it like that.
This guy's 7 feet tall, and he's like a giant head. Everything is like a giant. So the hat is big, but you know what? It's the only Dodger hat that I was able to get, so I'm good with it. It is stuffed with paper toilet. I mean toilet paper, not paper toilet. It's stuffed with everything just to at least make it fit in my head. But you know what? It's
know-
the fun of it. It's the spirit. So
You ate-
we're very
you-
spiritful here.
You 8-mouthed it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you,
I
buddy.
think you
Yes.
knew that I was
You was
gonna.
ready for that.
My last note was gonna be me making
I know.
fun of the
I beat
hat.
him to the punch
and you
because
beat me to it.
he is
So,
as mean
Good
as
job.
they can come.
Good
okay?
job on beating me to it, Eminem. And on that note, we're gonna end this thing. We'll see you guys on the next time.
Hip it to the happen.
right,
Don't
guys.
stop a rocking.